back. Today I'm going to be building a greenhouse slash garden shed. Now, it's not going to be very big because it has to go on this driveway. In fact, it's going to go right along this fence. And it is only going to be about 3 feet, roughly close to 4 feet width, 8 feet long, and about 6 feet in height. Now, it's only going to be big enough that hopefully I can put some soil in there, some garden tools in there, and maybe be able to do some projects over the winter months and sow some seeds as well. So I'm really excited about this. Now, I'm not going to be doing this project alone. I actually hired Pablo to help me do this project. He has done a lot of great projects for us over the years, so I thought it'd be a great project for us to do together. So I'm really excited to have him on board with me and wanting to do this project with me rather than me just hiring him to do it. Especially because I want it to be a certain way. So I have skills, he has skills, and together hopefully we can create something beautiful today. Now, this driveway is not very level, so there's going to be some challenges, but we're hoping to complete this today.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. My way.
Okay, you guys, this is Pablo. He's a great friend of ours. He's got fantastic skills, and so we're gonna do this. So
Good luck.
yeah, good luck. Pablo went ahead and grabbed some materials, brought his equipment. Now we're just gonna add some music and get to work.
Clouds and thunders standing in my way, but I must try to figure it out anyway. Songs of worries traveling with the storm, but I must try to figure it out alone. Yeah, I must try to figure it out alone. And now, ooh, when you're gone, ooh, I know things won't be the same no more, I'm sure. It'll take a while cause I'm still sore, yeah, now.
guys, so it's getting really late as always. I'm having Pablo go home. I'm gonna go in to have some dinner, but we've gotten a lot accomplished today. It is leaning down in this direction, but I will show you what we've done in the morning when you can actually see. So I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm going in. Right now I'm waiting for Pablo. We are on day 2. It is extremely windy and it's supposed to rain. So hopefully it doesn't rain before we're done with this. But even more so, I hope that Pablo didn't get called to another job, because that can happen sometimes. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for him, let me go over what we have left to do. Everywhere that you see like a share rail all the way around it, all the way down, is going to be this, it's an engineering plywood that looks like shiplap. The back of the plywood, because plywood isn't exactly water resistant or waterproof, I'm going to be sealing that so that it makes sure that that's sealed. And then everything else that's exposed is going to be that polycarbonate plastic, and including the very top of it, and I'm really, really excited. Now I'm just waiting for Pablo, so
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun.
So what we're gonna do right now is put some wheels underneath it. So if I need to move it for any particular reason, we can do that, or I can do that. So that's what we're doing right now.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow.
So the wind ended up picking up quite badly, and it started raining, and it's raining really hard, so we're going to move it in to underneath my large pergola and try to build the doors and go from there. So right now what we're doing is that we're just notching it so that the plastic and the plywood can fit in there. These are for the framing of the door. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay. So this is the top and bottom part of the actual door that we're cutting out. come on. Work for me. Okay, come on. Ah, come on. Oh my God. What is going on here? There. Wow, that didn't work very well. I may need a stitch. I better go. Okay, that's not looking pretty. I'll be right back. Should we try this again? So I put a facing on here, and it looks pretty good. But what I need to do is I need to remove this and put it in the inside rather than in the outside, because when this was built, there's at least a 1/2 inch gap right here where my finger is. That's how much of a gap there is. Then over here, there was a gap about 1/4 of an inch gap. So I fixed that by putting a trim all the way down. That works for that, as well as I did that right here, is I added a trim, and that works. Now, one way that I can solve this whole issue and be able to keep these doors without having to rebuild them is maybe putting an inch piece of, I guess like maybe a 1 inch 2x4, and it won't be a 2x4 because it'll be cut into a 2 inch by 1 inch. If I can do that and then rehinge this and do it all the way down, you're not going to see it anyway, because once the doors are closed, you're not going to see that anyway. But it'll solve the gap in between. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. What would you do if you're a builder and you have these type of skills? Let me know what you would do to resolve this issue so that you didn't have to redo the doors. I really don't want to redo the doors. You know, cedar is really, really expensive, so I'd rather solve it a different way if I possibly can. So in here, it's just a box, but it's really nice and big. Hopefully that'll stay. But this is almost 4 feet across, and it is about just slightly over 7 feet long. So this is plenty of room here where I can put a stand here, I can put a stand here to put plants on, and then maybe on one side hang my tools. So yeah, I kind of want to be able to grab tools, whether they're in a bucket down below or hanging on the wood over here on a pegboard. You know, I don't need a whole lot of tools. I just basically just need, you know, like a rake and some garden tools to hang up, and I can simply put those in little containers and put them down below, and then put some plants up above, and then have a working table over here. So lots for me to work out still, but for the most part, I really, really love it. I like how it turned out. And again, you know, putting this trim on it is just a really easy fix. And this is cedar, so it's weatherproof. And this plywood here, this plywood is not water resistant or waterproof, so I will be pulling it out and then putting some kind of water sealant so that this actually stays nice and sealed from all the weather. So that's what I'm going to do with that. But the roof of it does exceed, so it doesn't get this wet in the back this far. So it's about 2 inches down on the roofing. So and it's facing down right behind my fence, so it's going to work for now. But my biggest thing right now is trying to figure this flooring down, whether I do a skirting and keep it here, or I move this whole thing and roll it further down. And I'm still trying to work out those kinks. So before I can actually complete it, I need to shift things around in my garden, and I will bring you on that journey once I get to that point. Got to get my finger healed first and see how that's working out. Doesn't even hurt anymore. Didn't hurt to begin with, actually, when I cut it. But I did cut it in two good slices. Could have probably used at least a stitch or two on one of them and maybe one stitch on the other one. But it just goes to show that safety is a must when you're building things. And I should have been wearing gloves, and I should have not had my hand so close to that saw blade, especially because it is super sharp. And I've got a plane above me. So I'm gonna let that go, and then I will show you inside. So overall, this was a pretty easy structure to build because all we did was use some treated lumber, because you really need it, especially if you're going to put it on the ground, because this way it doesn't deteriorate. So basically, the whole thing is done by 2x4 treated lumber, and the whole build really is just done by treated lumber. And I did end up putting a window back here because I wanted as much light as possible from every direction, and that was the purpose for having this window. Didn't put a lot of boards across. Could have used a little bit more, but I wanted as much light, and having more boards up means less light. And so yeah, this is what it looks like in the inside. And I'm really, really happy now. I may still put a 2x4 across here. The jury's still out because I'm thinking that maybe I might want to put shelves there. But we'll see where that is once I get to that point. Now we did have to cut this board here, this 2x4. And that one is cedar. And it was kind of in an angle so that could be a lift there, as well as on this side. So yeah, and then of course here's on this side. The other thing that I need to do is that I need to change out this polycarbonate plastic. This one here is a little bit wider channel tubing than the one on the sides. So I need to change this out because this looks really ugly, and I was not expecting that. But when dust gets in there, you can't get it out. So you really have to be really careful when you buy this. And to be honest with you, I really wish I would have just went with corrugated, you know, that clear plastic that's kind of wavy. That would have been a much better solution than this for two reasons. One, it would have been a lot less expensive. And two, I wouldn't have been faced with this situation and having to replace it. Now I do have another sheet, so I will be replacing that. And I'll bring you on that journey once I get there and get this finger healed. But overall, I'm really, really happy with it. Now, when I was looking around for greenhouses or garden sheds, I could not find one that was this size. And that was the whole reason why I decided to build one. And I'm really happy that I did. I just wish I would have done it in the springtime rather than in the winter, because, you know, working in high winds and, you know, rain is not fun. So that's why it's taking so much longer. I wish it would have been done all at once, but it is what it is. So yeah, so I'm just kind of thinking of either creating a little bit of a skirt in the bottom and leave it here. Otherwise, I'll probably move it over here. The jury is still out on that. We'll see. But leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. What you think I should be doing to correct this problem. But overall, it looks great, doesn't it? I mean, outside of the little things that are just little fixes that I need to do, it looks pretty good. And I'm really happy to have the size that I really need. And the reason why I did it not quite 4 feet is because I need to be able to get my wheelbarrow through here, you know, get a dirt put over here if I need to. And my husband needs to move his bike forward if he needs to. So it allows that room to do other things as well. So it's not overly huge, but it's a good size that I can do some stuff in there. And I'm really excited to show you guys this spring the end results. So I'm gonna end this video just with the structure that it is. And then any time that I work on it, I will bring you along. But for now, this is what it is. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys get up, get out, and get active. Don't hurt yourself. Please, whatever you do when you're building anything or planting or doing whatever it is, safety first. I should have done that. Okay, you guys, I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye-bye for now.